go, baby. Let's go.
Team Swish, what is going on, man? Y'all already know who it is. Your boy Nick Swish, bringing you guys another NBA 2K21 MyCAREER video. Yes, sir, man. It's time for the playoffs. You see my dog Bam Adebayo starting this game off right. Oh, man. I'm going to say this, though. The playoffs, it started off very weird for me for the simple fact that my dog Jimmy Butler was out with an injury. You see me throwing down this 360 jam. Jimmy Butler was out with an injury, and if I'm not mistaken, he had a left calf muscle pull or strain. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what it was. And he was out for, I think they said 2 to 4 weeks at this time. You see my dog Derrick Jones Jr. throwing down this slam. But, man, like, when I found out Jimmy wasn't going to be able to play in the first round, it's like, okay, I'm playing the Magic. That shouldn't be too difficult of a matchup because, you know, the Magic aren't the greatest team in the world. It's not like I'm going up against, you know, the Lakers or another great team like the Bucks or the Celtics. I'm not going up against these kinds of teams without my dog Jimmy Butler. And, you know, playing against the Magic, it's like, okay, I can do what I do best. You know, that's go to the basket. You know, their rim protection isn't all that great. Nikola Vucevic is at best an average defensive player, but I was going to attack this team any way that I needed to make sure we got the victory. And you see me going once again to the basket, dunking on this man Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba is regarded as a shot blocker. Now, when I found out about Mo Bamba a few years ago, I thought this dude was about to be so cold, but then he got drafted to the Magic, and I kind of figured, I'm like, you know what, man? When people get drafted to the Magic, it's like, I won't call it career suicide because that's a little harsh, but most young players that end up on the Magic, it's hard for them, man, because the Magic aren't the best at developing talent. You see me catching a lot, but I don't know, man. Orlando is kind of like, you know, a little bit of career hell for young guys because they don't get the proper development that they need. You know, they don't come into their own as far as being great NBA players like they could. Like, you get rarities like somebody like Dwight Howard, and you get like a rarity like Shaquille O'Neal. Like, you don't get that very often, man. So it's kind of hard for the Orlando Magic to be a top tier team when they're constantly, you know, kind of tricking off these draft picks. But that's just how it is, man. But you see your boy getting the green light money release on this trade ball, getting it to go. I told y'all I was going to do anything I had to get this win for my squad in Miami. It's our first playoff game together, man. And I will say this, if you guys play MyCAREER, and even especially if you guys have the next gen consoles, man, listen, make sure when you play MyCAREER and you make it to the playoffs, turn your volume up on your TV. Don't max it out because it is a little loud, but the crowd energy is so fun to play with. You know, it feels like you're at a real game with the way the sounds are nowadays on here. Like, it's always been pretty dope how 2K has the crowd extra amped up for the playoff atmosphere, but I feel like it's a little bit different on the next gen. You see me throwing a line to my dog down my bio. Yeah, man, it's something else this year, man. I feel like with this Heat team, even though we don't have no extra superstars, you see me throwing it down over this man Vucevic. We don't have no other superstars beside myself. We still have, you know, Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. And I don't consider those two superstars. I think Jimmy is right below superstar and Bam is on his way there too. But we don't have another star. We don't have a James Harden, which he might end up on the Heat in real life. We don't have a James Harden. We don't have a Giannis Antetokounmpo. So I'm out here doing my thing with my squad. You see me throwing another lob to Bam. I'm out here doing my thing with this squad. I'm trying to do my best to not necessarily carry, but I want to get my guys involved, get them in rhythm throughout this playoff run because I'm going to need them. Like, the playoff run, you have to win 16 games. Like, that's not as easy as it sounds, man. Like, in MyCAREER, at times, it depends on what difficulty you play on. I'll play on Hall of Fame. Winning 16 games in a setting where you're playing 4 best-of-7 series isn't always going to be easy. You know, you might get that one game where your teammates don't decide to show up. You see me throwing it down over this man Vucevic once again. You might get that one game where your teammates decide not to show up, and then you got to do everything by your damn self, and you might not even win the game. It's frustrating like that. And that happens in real life to a lot of NBA superstars. So, I mean, that's just how it is, man. That's how the NBA is. You know, that's how it is for a lot of sports. But I think the main thing about MyCAREER people don't understand is it is about, you know, showcasing your skill at the game and preparing your player also for online play. But At the same time, I wish 2K would make it a little bit more challenging than it is, because at times for me on Hall of Fame, it's a little bit too easy. Now, this Magic team, like I said, they're not the greatest team in the world. I wasn't too fearful without Jimmy. You see, we got a pretty solid lead against these guys right now, but playing against teams like, what's a good team I can give an example of? Like, I want to be able to play against somebody like the Celtics or even the Bucks, as far as the Eastern Conference goes. I want to play against one of those teams and it be a dogfight at least. Like, if it's a 7-game series, I want at least 3 of those games, maybe 4 of those games to be dogfights. Or if it even goes 7 games, I want that 7th game to be like a 7th game. I don't want it to always be a blowout, because it takes away from the fun of the game, man. You see me going up strong, going to the basket, but it takes away from the fun of the game, man. And I don't know if 2K can adjust their sliders or how they can make Hall of Fame a little bit more challenging like it used to be. Hall of Fame is still a bit stupid as far as your teammates, because they sometimes, disappear or go cold or whatever. But as far as the competition level, like, the Hall of Fame CPU isn't as much of a challenge. Like, when Smooth was making it popular to show no sportsmanship to the Hall of Fame CPU, it was because they were so damn difficult to beat, or they was always cheesing or doing something like that. Like, it's not even the same like that no more. And I'm not advocating for the damn game to be impossible to win in. I'm just advocating for 2K to be a little bit more of a challenge, because I want the game to last as long as possible. Like I told y'all, it was either last video or a couple videos ago, you see me throwing another loud to my dog, Bam. I told y'all I'm having so much fun with this game, and I don't want it to die out quickly. And this week I spent a lot of time bulk recording, like, these playoff games. I'm not going to tell y'all what happened in the playoffs, of course, but I spent a lot of time bulk recording playoff games, and it's so fun playing my career like this again. See my dog Bam getting the N1 to go, but it's so fun, man. Like, I'm really enjoying making these videos for y'all every single day, trying to keep my upload streak going. I'm doing this very video at 4 in the morning right now, man. Like, I'm doing everything I can to keep my subscribers, Team Swish. I'm trying to keep y'all happy as I can, man. And this means a lot to me to know that y'all rock with me. We at 1.26 thousand right now. We're trying to grow to 2,000, and next is 3,000, and 5,000, and 10,000, and so on, man. We growing out here, Team Swish, but that's what we do. But this video is coming down to a close. This was my first playoff game with the Miami Heat. Just wanted to tell y'all I love y'all. Thank you for watching. And what else? Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm out to the next one. Peace.
Come on. Y'all know how we do. We just gotta keep out working. No problem at all. I'll take it. All night.
And that's good as he hits both shots.